Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video we're just going to go through the part 2 of Dahlia versus Eudora. Now what I wanted to show in this part is firstly in the events here where Dahlia has effectively replaced Eudora, and also I wanted to show a couple of matches in PvP as well, just to show off what they can do in there. So first place we're going to go to is Celestial Trials, and now as you can see I can't access these ones just because they're time locked by a couple of days, but I will jump into Dungeon Maniac and show the lineup that I've used to get to floor 93. Previously, before I had a copy of Dahlia, I was on around 60 and couldn't really progress, but with Dahlia I've been able to bump up to 93, so a big level jump. Really big level jump, and it's just because of her basic kit, which I don't suspect is going to change anytime soon. So I'm not going to jump in, but I'll show the clear records. And as you can see, Dahlia for each one is included in the winning team setup for this particular mission, so this particular trial against Percival. And also we jump into Emily, I was the same situation. In fact, I was lower. I think I was 55, level 55 or floor 55 without Dahlia, and with Dahlia I've been able to progress up to floor 96. So make of that what you will. We'll just jump into clear records here. As you can see, a lot of them do include 4-star and 5-star Dahlia. Or 10-star Dahlia, sorry, some with the runes for her as well. I've not touched on her runes yet, but I think that with her legendary runes she'll become much more effective. So let's just pop in here. She has a 33% chance of doubling the buffs she receives, and when she gets red, she has a 100% chance to double the buff she receives. That is going to be such a powerful ability, really powerful ability. But that's red runes for you, you know. Having the chance to 100% chance to double the buff she receives is going to be absolutely fantastic. I really do think that her red runes are worth pursuing, which is why I'm saving up for them as we speak. Even to get up to the double red, I think it's going to be really powerful, and I can do some more testing after that. But it's just a quick note on the Celestial Trials. It's the same for each one of these. The only one I haven't really included her on is the Bloodhell Queen, because there's already a good setup for that. Northern Duke I've included against Merlin, and against Talos I've also included her in the setup and been able to get up to around floor 95-96 with only a 7-star Dahlia. Now I'm going to jump into Palace. So Palace of Penrose, I've been able to clear I'd say about 1,000 stages since the introduction of Dahlia. So if we jump into Challenge, this is the team setup that I've gone for. It's Astrid, Ophelia, Seraphina, Atrops and Dahlia, with decent relics, and then I've got a second team. Eudora is included on that one. Eudora was on the first team, but I couldn't pass sort of stage 6,300. I was sort of stuck on that stage. Introduction of Dahlia, and she's got me up to 7,200, so around 1,000 stages past where I need to be, and that's with her copying the buffs from Atrops as well. So I'm not going to jump into this gameplay, because we're going to focus on a couple of other areas and then do a conclusion towards the end of this video as well. So just a fantastic unit, I think. Now, with regards to Rift Odyssey, you do need both to complete the Hell difficulty, and what I mean by that is you do need, on the first team, you will need Dahlia and Celine, and on the second team, you will need Eudora and Elma as well to get through the stages in Hell difficulty. As you can see, we've still got 4 days left until Nightmare opens up, and I'll do full videos on those, just so that you've got some indication of what teams to use during the event, and what teams work best against different enemies. So just something to keep in mind. Now let's jump into Arena, and let's jump into here. Now Dahlia, great. Now Dahlia is not, so I think I don't think this will be too much of a comparison, but we'll go ahead and challenge some. So I've still got now we have still got the Glorian setup on here, but what I want to do is let's go ahead and challenge Magnolia. It's got a respectable power level here, and this is the team that I have been running, but let's go ahead and change this up a little bit, and let's pop in a team with Eudora in it. So we'll go ahead and run these three, and then we'll put Lysandra in, or in fact we'll take out Lysandra and put Mastermer in, and then what we'll do is put our best relics in, and I think that the best setup for relics at the moment is something like this. I know it doesn't correspond to the team that we're using, but we do get double activations as well. So we'll just see how powerful Eudora is in this matchup against Glorians. It's a respectable Glorians team. I wouldn't say there's anything wrong with this, just simply because we do have Talinas, we have Lily and Leah, we do have Gwyn as well as Nawi and Seraphina, so able to go under our shields, still a chance of being able to beat us. So we do get our relic activations here, double chest activation, and as you can see, Eudora taking out half health on a lot of their units just from her first attack. And then Wukong to trigger. No Nawi proc, it's probably very good for us, but Wukong to trigger again. And we'll see how much damage Eudora is outputting. Yep, so a relatively decent amount, but Wukong out-damaging Eudora once again. And Eudora still doing respectable damage against the enemy team, and can be a very viable strategy. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and challenge Magnolia again. Sorry, Magnolia, but you do have respectable teams here. So we'll go ahead and go to Dahlia, and we'll build a different team here. So we'll pop in you, Astrid, where are you? And we can pop in, we'll go with Seraphina here. We'll keep the relics the same, but we'll jump in and just see what sort of damage Dahlia is doing here as well. So not as explosive as the not as explosive as Eudora, dealing her ultimate damage on round 1. But we are getting max HP and attack increases, as you can see, with all of our relic activations as well. And there you go, 100 million for Dahlia when she first attacks. No proc from Nawi, which is very good for us. We'll get our healing from Seraphina. We'll get our double activation of Atrops, and then hopefully Dahlia to finish off. We'll see how much damage she's doing here. So we did go under shields, and I don't think as much damage as Eudora there, but the potential is there. The potential is very much there. So unfortunately, we did get the stun off. So we get some more health. as you can see, not doing anywhere near as much damage because we can't particularly copy any of the buffs. We do get reflect damage though, so it is something to keep in mind that we are still reflecting.
Radiance will protect us. Be gone. Be gone.
We get all of our buffs here. We'll see how much Dahlia is doing against Lily and Leah. So not as much as Eudora, I don't think. And we do get the kill there as well. So, just something to keep in mind. Dahlia did do the most. Let's have a look. 156 million, which is actually more, and it's because of that initial attack. So, it is very... for me, they're both just as good as each other, because Eudora is getting her ultimate off on turn 1. So just something to keep in mind there. And now what we're going to do is jump into Yggdrasil, and what we'll do is we'll set up 2 teams here against these very powerful opponents. As you can see, Avi's one of them, Anna, very powerful opponent, Kumpai, Odysseus, Nick, all very powerful opponents. Now let's have a look at our... I know for a fact this is gonna be a loss, but this is the team that Avi's using. So as you can see, he's using neither, but I think that's because of the yeah, and Anna using very similar setups. She does have Eudora in here, red runes 4 stars, and then Kumpai as well. So using Eudora on a Valiant's team. The reason for that is because they get the boost of physical damage as well. So is what it is. I don't think we'll jump into that. But what I did want to show off as well is the seasonal content. Now seasonal content's very difficult normally, especially because I'm at Chaotic 16. What we'll do is we will build a Valiant's team here. And we will add Eudora in just to show off that synergy as well. So we'll pop you down here, go to our Valiant's team, pop in Atrops, and who else? Leandra and Macaria. So bear with me. So let's jump into it. We'll just see how much damage that we can actually do. Now these are the relics that I'm using. I've got the splash axe and the healing spear, as well as the shield and a couple of other trinkets as well. So we do have the dragon synergy, 4 out of 5, and the Valiant's synergy as well. The dragon synergy, or the astral synergy, will take over, so we don't have the Valiant's synergy here, because we are 1 short. Probably taking out Leandra and putting in another unit here may be better for us. Now something to keep in mind when looking at this damage, it is heavily inflated with thanks to the seasonal synergy buffs, so just something to keep in mind. And unfortunately we are getting this the stun effect. So as you can see, Leandra doing quite a fair amount of damage here. We've got Elma doing a bit more, and then again increased. So we'll see how much Eudora's doing here. Yes, Eudora's outputting way more damage than either of the other 2, especially with a triple ult as well. So that's... We can keep going, but this will go on for another 15 rounds, I suspect. Yeah, we're going to be stunned for most of them. So we'll just see now on Dahlia. And what we'll do is we'll go over to the Avengers synergy. As you can see, I've already got a team set up for this. And what I think might be better is if we do this one. And we'll go into battle and we'll just see who is doing more damage. So Eudora or Dahlia here. Now remember, we don't have our chops on this build. But we also aren't getting stun locked either, so something to keep in mind. Now Dahlia will copy all of the buffs when she does switch. Unfortunately, she can't switch with dead units, so it is what it is. Maybe I should have popped the shield in to get as much damage as possible. So we get the double attack from Janna, doing respectable damage. Doing much less from Dahlia there as well, probably because of the lack of the Atrops on the team. But there's no Atrops on this team. And then Sal outputting a lot of damage there as well. Yes, I think we'll go ahead and skip this now. So you can see how the team is supposed to function, but unfortunately, because we're at quite high level, it's not functioning as it should do. So we can't really see on that one. But what I will do is just go back into our Heroes tab here and just do a bit of a review. So what do we learn from the previous matches? That Eudora has a much more explosive start than Dahlia. Dahlia does take time to build up, and she does require other units to be included on the team for her that do provide buffs, like Halissa, like Ophelia, like Sal, for example, units that can copy buffs. She does require Atrops to do outstanding damage, I would say, like absolutely massive damage, whereas Eudora does not. Eudora just needs those red runes, and that is a factor that you need to take into consideration. It took me 2 to 3 months to get all of the coins required to get Eudora's red runes, even getting her epic runes. I just, you know, it's a long grind, or it's about £4,000 if you if you do want all of her red runes right away. And you've not got them, it'll cost you about £4,000 to get from the treasure hunt. It takes a long time to get the units required to make Eudora a truly viable unit. Before I had her at 7 stars and epic runes, she wasn't nearly as good as people were making her out to be. As soon as you get her red runes unlocked, she then becomes pretty much unstoppable because of those red runes. The fact that she can perform her ultimate on turns 1, 2 and 3, it's really powerful effect. Whereas with Dahlia, as you can see, I've only got her at 7 stars, and she's comparable to Eudora, which means that if I were to get her red runes and I were to get her up to her max potential, so if I had her up to the same level as Eudora, which is currently 3 stars, she's only 1 star level behind, I do think that Dahlia will eventually become the better unit. And the reason for that is because she's much more versatile in what she does. Eudora, she just does multiple ultimate attacks. It's really powerful, really effective, and it doesn't downplay the strength of Eudora to have a unit like Dahlia in here, but Dahlia just does so much more at 2 stars. It really is unbelievable. There's another Oath coming up. I would suggest out of the 3 units that you can summon on for Mulan, for Dahlia and for Wukong, all of them very good choices, but Dahlia is by far and large the best. I can't say it in any other way. I've got her at 7 stars and she's currently rivaling the power of Eudora. I have her at 7 stars and she got me 30 floors or 30 levels through Celestial Trials. She got me Palace of Penrose, an additional, sort of 1,000 stages further than where I probably should be. She got me into Hell difficulty in the Rift Odyssey, and then she progressed me up to level 55, I believe it was, that I got to with thanks to Dahlia. You know, she is absolutely fantastic this season. Now, I have mentioned all of these. Wilderness, the seasonal buffs don't affect Palace of Penrose, they don't affect the Celestial Trials, they don't affect the Arena, they don't affect current PvP, so like your actual Arena and Yggdrasil Supremacy. It doesn't affect any of those. I'm sure if I had any stages left to do in Lost City, I'd be able to get through those no problem. As you can see, I'm pretty much done with Lost City. I'm just saving these two for a rainy day, just so that I can go through all of the different synergies. But again, if I were to use Dahlia, just Atrops, Dahlia, and then the 3 synergies required. So Dawnbringer, if I had 3 Dawnbringers, Atrops and Dahlia, I'd blitz through all of these. 100%, I promise you, I'd blitz through all of these. I'm not doing it just because I need a testing environment, you know, a fair testing environment. We saw that in the first video. So for me, Dahlia is the better unit, only because Eudora takes so much time. If Eudora was as good as Dahlia at 7 stars, I would 100% recommend Eudora. But because Dahlia is only 7 stars, and because I haven't had anything else added to her, like for example, you know, any unique runes, any epic runes, anything like that, I've literally just got her at 7 stars, and she's got me this far. I would say Dahlia does clinch it. So let me know what you think down below in the comments. Really appreciate it. If you can like and subscribe to the channel, really appreciate it as well. Thanks very much for watching. You have a great day.